So today we are looking at the Debian 12.6.0. So this is the latest version of a Debian. So I downloaded the live boot. So here is the live boot or the boot options. Let's go to the advanced installation options. So you get the same options as the older. So here is the utilities. So that's the sound from the boot menu. So let's pick the live boot, which is a live system. So I'm running it on a live boot on a virtual machine, which is a VMware. My CPU is i5 1240p, and I'm using a 8 GB of RAM for my VMware, and I'm also using the 60 GB of a hard disk. I'm just going to edit this part because it's going to take maybe maximum of 2 minutes or minimum of 30 to 40 seconds usually to boot the desktop environment or the welcome screen. So I'm just going to edit that part, and I'm going to keep all the rest of the video raw. So you should be seeing all those things without any changes. So let's wait until the desktop loads. As you can see, here is the desktop environment which is loaded. So let me change the display setting first. So I choose the other desktop environment instead of the default one. I choose the matte desktop environment. I think I choose the matte or cinnamon. Let me show you that also. I don't remember that because I was sleepy when I downloaded. So here is the resolution. Let me change the display setting first. So I'll be posting 2 videos daily. I already made Endeavor's video. So the latest 5th anniversary update or the ISO file. I already made a video on it. If you want, you can check it out in my channel. So let's change the display settings, and let's first open the system monitor. So I didn't open any of the applications. So let's see the default or the base resources which it consumes in the beginning of the distro or when we started the distro. So here are all the processes running right now. So we turned on the distro right now. So these are all the processes running, and here is the resources. So it's consuming almost like a 1.8 GB of RAM of 8 GB. So here is the CPU. There should be a high peak in the beginning, and you should run like a minute to get the exact graph of the CPU and RAM. So let me check the about system monitor. The version is 42.0. So I'm going to go to file systems. Here is the file systems. I'm going to put the system monitor in the right side corner throughout the video so you can see all the changes and all those things. So let's go to the system info and show you the desktop. I'm going to show you the desktop environment. System info. So here is some of the information. Debian 12, Bookworm, and the cinnamon version. So I already said it's a cinnamon version. I properly didn't remember because it's almost when I downloaded it was like maybe 2 or 3 a.m. So that's the reason I was so sleepy. So here is the cinnamon version. I downloaded the cinnamon desktop environment. I'm going to show all the desktop environments which is available in the live boot. So most of the cases you should be getting the default of a GNOME when you download the ISO image, which is not the live boot. I'm going to show you the live boot ISO files in their official website. So here are some of the information. Let me close this thing and let's open the internet browser, which is Firefox. And I'm going to show you the live boot or the live ISO files, and also the basic ISO file also, which should be installed instead of live boot. So it's always a good option to go with the live boot first. After satisfied, go with the installation. So you can even install it from the live boot, as you can see. So you don't need to first install and go with the features, all those things. You can just download the live boot and you should be getting all the features. So you need to remember this thing because you don't need to save anything here. because as soon as you reboot or remove the ISO file, it should be all the files should be gone. So that's the reason don't save anything here. So it's just for the test purpose. So if you want to test, you can choose the live boot. So let's check the Firefox version first. So here is the version you get, 115.12. So let's type in about support. Enter. So instead of double P, I clicked like a type 3 P's. Hit enter. Here is some of the information. I'm just going to scroll it like this. So you can just pause to read everything. You can just pause the video, or you can change the playback speed to slow-mo in the YouTube settings, and you should be seeing everything. I'm doing this because it's going to make a video lengthy. Even showing the basic things, the video will go up to almost like a 20 to 30 minutes video. So that's the reason I don't want to make it so lengthy. So you should be getting bored of watching these things. So that's the reason. So these are all the features or some of the information. So let's go to their official website. So you just need to type in Debian, and the official website or the first link will be their website. So or you can just type in the debian.org in the search bar. So the other version also released today, which is 11.10, and the which we are using is 12.6. So if you want, you can check this video. I'll be making this video in a few hours, so you should be seeing that in tomorrow's video. So if you want, you can check this video also. So here is the version of 12.6. So here are the bug fixes, all those things, securities, all those things will be available here. So I'm going to give all the information of this version in the description, so you don't need to worry how much of bug fixes and the security updates, all those things. So you can count it here if you want, or you can just wait until I post this video, and I'm going to give all the information in the description. So let's go to the downloading process right now. Here you can click on download, and here is the download. So this is not the live boot. This ISO file is just, you need to install it on your hard disk. So I'm going to show you the live boot options, which you should be getting here. Just click on the other downloads like here. As you can see, here are all the options. Try Debian live before installing. GNOME, XFCE, KDE, and other live ISO files. So let's try live before installing. AMD64, USB, or torrent. You can choose options here. Here it's also available. Let's scroll it down. Let's change the size so you can see all the ISO files or the desktop environments here. Let me make it bigger so you can see properly. So here are all the desktop environments, which is KDE Plasma, GNOME, Cinnamon, Mac Desktop Environment, LXQT, XFCE, and LXDE, and this one is the standard ISO. So these are all the available live boot or the live ISO files of other desktop environment. So we are using the Cinnamon, so let me show you the Cinnamon version. Just click on the ISO file and you should be getting the ISO file here. The file size is around like a 3.2 GB. So, and you should verify that you are getting the exact number, 12.6.0. You can do this same thing by going to parent directory and with the older version also. Let's go to parent directory again. I don't think the 11.6 should be available right now. I think 11.10, I guess. Yeah, it was 11.10. I'm going to see that video afterwards. I'm going to show you how to download. In the other video of that 11.10 video of a Debian, I'm going to show you all the process in that thing. So just close the browser. So let's open the installer. Everything is working fine. It's just only 10 minutes. So the RAM is almost 1.9 GB. So you need to remember that thing. It's running it on live boot and it's consuming almost 1.9 GB. And this is a Cinnamon desktop environment. Usually Cinnamon doesn't consume that much of resources, but right now it's taking a 1.9 GB, and the CPU is also touching almost like maybe under 20% like that. So here is a high graph because of the when we clicked on the installer. So that's the reason there is a high peak in the graph in the CPU, and you can see the stable RAM and the CPU also going stable right now. So let's click on the about. The Calamitous installer you get is a 3.2.61. So again, these are all the basic installation step. I'm going to just click on next. Choose your language and choose your location. You can choose the map, or you can choose the drop down menu for the location. Here are some of the customizations, time, all those things, keyboard. Click on next after choosing. Choose your keyboard, or you can just keep it the default. Click on next. Here are the partitions. These are all the same things which you all installed in the older versions, so there is nothing change here. Again, there is the same Calamitous installer, so there is nothing change here. I'm choosing a 60 GB of hard disk. I'm not going to install this on my hard disk because I need to make another video, so that's the reason. Click on next. You need to provide your username, password, all those things. Do remember to write down the password. If you forget, it will be a problem, so that's the reason. So here is the summary of all those things, and you should be go with installation. It should take like maybe 10 or 15 minutes to install. Depend on your PC. If you have a good NPC, it should be very quick, and sometimes it should be slow because of your PC. So if you have low end PC, it should be a bit of time there. That was the installation. So you already know how to install that, but when you don't know how to install the Linux system on your hard disk, you need to check another tutorials of people making videos on that thing. So it's always a good option. You need to check like 3 to 4 videos of different channels whenever you want to install anything on your hard disk. So you should be like careful when you're choosing how to install, because it's going to erase everything. So that's the reason you need to check tutorials of 3 to 4 videos. This channel is only for the latest releases of Linux videos or the Linux distros. So I'm not going to make any tutorials of installation, maybe sometime but not every time. So that's the reason I'm saying that. So check out like 5 to 6 videos of different channels and then go with the installation. But if you want to try it on live boot, it's no need to check another channel, because it's a good option. You just need to add a ISO file in the virtual machine, and you should just click on start and it should be good. So here is the version you get in the GNOME terminal. Let's type in INXI. So here is the kernel, which is 6.1.0-22. So here are all the process, CPU, and all the information. Let me type in INXI -B, not capital B, it's a small b. Hit enter. Host is Debian kernel, and here is the Cinnamon desktop environment version, which I already showed in the beginning. And the distro is Debian 12, and the code name is BOOKWORM. So this is a 0.6 update, so you should be getting all the information here, which is the graphics and network, drives, all those things. INXI-F. I already typed INXI-F, but it's okay. Let's type in INXI-G. Hit enter. So here are all the distro information. Let me type in another one. Here is the Mesa and OpenGL version. You just pause the video and read everything here. I'm not going to go through all those things because it's going to make a lengthy video. cat/etc/issue. Neofetch, which is not found. If you want, you can just install it on your own. So this is the command, which is inxa-sv8, which will grab all the distro information. As you can see, just pause the video and read on your own everything here. Let's see Hestop. Command not found, so Hestop is also not installed or pre-installed. So you get all the same wallpapers and all those things, so there is nothing change in the wallpapers. Let's go to the desktop settings. So here are all the options available. You can change your wallpaper. So these were all the available options which were available in the older versions too. So there is nothing to show here. Here are some of the settings. If you want, you can change these colors. So what else we have here? Let's go to the file manager. Let's check the version. Nemo 5.6.4. Here is the file system. You can check all the files. So these are all the same things. Kernel. So you can customize all those things according to your wish. So these are all the default applications which are available in this Cinnamon desktop environment of Debian. So you get all the basic applications here, almost like Office Suite and Package Manager, themes, videos, all the basic applications. So let's go to let me show you all the applications opened at once and see whether it crashes or not, or we get any bugs or anything like that. So this is the test which I always make in every video. So I will open like a bunch of applications, like a bit of resource consuming applications, and I will switch the applications to see whether it crashes or not. Sometimes I open mostly like maybe 15 to 20 applications to see whether the distro will crash or not, and see the RAM usage, all those things. So you can use that test to whether to use that Linux distro on the daily basis or not. So let's open the bit of resource consuming applications here. So in this version, or in the Linux Debian distro, you don't get much of the heavy resource consuming apps. You just need to install it on your own to test. So let's try to open some of the applications which are available. Let me open the browser. So as you can see, everything is working properly. There is no lag or anything. So it's taking a bit of time, which is quite okay because of continuous opening of applications. I'm opening all the applications at once, so that's the reason it's taking a bit of time. So the Debian version or the Debian distro is the stable distro. So it's a good option to choose or test it on your own. So there are a lot of Linux distros in my channel. If you want, you can watch the video and test it on your own. I almost covered like maybe 2000 or 3000 videos. I made all the Linux distro videos, so you can just check it on in my channel. So let's open some of the applications. Rhythmbox. So as you can see, everything is working fine. There is no lag or anything here, or we didn't see any crashes or anything like that. Here are some of the games. I don't need to open the games. Let's open the hex chat. Let's open sound juicer. So preference, let's open the applets, escalates, let's open the workspaces, let's even open the file manager. This test will help people who want to try this on their daily basis. So that's the reason I'll make this type of test. So let's go to the system monitor, and as you can see, there is no stable graph because of we opened all the applications at once. So that's the reason. So as you can see, after opening some of the applications, it took like a 3.2 GB. In the beginning it was like a 1.9 GB, but it's now 3.2 GB of applications. So there is no heavy resource consuming apps here, just the Firefox web browser and some of the applications like a 4 to 5, and these are all the bit of low resource consuming applications. So if we had like a VLC media player, not the VLC, the GIMP, Inkscape or the Blender applications, these are the applications which consumes a bit of heavy resource in my test. So we don't have any applications like that, so that's the reason. Even if are opening like maybe 10 to 12 apps, as you can see in the taskbar, it's still consuming for 3.2 GB. So it should be good with the if you want to try it on the daily basis, it's a good option to go with the Debian. So if you want another things, you can do with whatever it takes for you. So you have like a 7 desktop environments in the Debian. You can choose it on your own, but if you want to go with the Arch Linux, it's clearly up to you. I just make a video and I'll go, but you need to you should be using that distro, so that's the point here. So the graph is almost stable right now. So let's switch the applications. So as you can see, there is no lag or anything because I'm using 8 GB of RAM, so you should be keep that in mind too. So if you have like a Pentium CPU and like a 2 GB of RAM, I don't know how it works on that thing, because I'm having like a 8 GB of RAM and I-Fi 1240p, so that's the reason it should be quick. If you have like a low-end PC, you should try it on your own. So I can't say anything because it should be different timing, or it should be a bit of lag or the crashes. I don't think there will be a crash, but it should be slow while switching the applications, all those things. So it's almost 2024. You should be having like a 4 GB of RAM at least to run all the latest Linux distros. So, but if you ask me about the CPU, it's always a good option. Go with the i3. If you can afford, you can go with the i3. But when you don't afford, you can just go with the Pentium and at least get a RAM. So you should be working good. Or you can just go with the lightweight Linux distros if you want. There are plenty of lightweight Linux distros. If you want, you can check that out in my channel. So I made a lot of lightweight videos of the Linux. So let's check the version and end the video. So the gedit, you get the 44.2. So let's check the system monitor. So let's check the processors. So these are all the processors running. So I'm using a wireless mouse, so that's the reason there is a bit of problem in the scrolling. So I'm away from the monitor too. I'm away from the laptop, sorry. So here is the graph. It's not a bit of like maybe under 30%, which is still good. So let's keep the system monitor in the corner. So here are the applets. You can install, you can download anything you want. It's clearly up to you. Package installer 0.9, 0.5.7. Let's close this. Rhythm box 3.4.6. I'm going to give all the description of the Debian 12.6, so you don't need to worry about the bug fixes, all those things. I already showed these things in the official website. So if you want clearly, I'm just going to put it in the description, so you don't need to have to worry about that thing of changes and bug fixes. I'm going to give every information in the description. So here is the package manager, or you can just go to their official website and check all the security updates or bug fixes, all those things on your own if you want. So here is the packages. The installed version should be like highlighted with the green box, and the installed version, latest version, will be right here. Just pause the video and read everything here. About 0.91.3. Here are the applets. You can install it on your own. XChat, document viewer, the browser. Already showed the version of the browser. LibreOffice, you get the 7.4.7.2. Split, you can download. You can go with the general settings. File manager, already showed. Here is the workspace. You can customize on your own. Shotwell. Let's check the version. 0.30.17. I'm showing this because some viewers want to see the version of the applications in that latest version of the Debian or some other Linux distro, so that's the reason. Here is the Pigeon. XChat. Sound user. Let's see the version. Remina 1.4.29. Image viewer 43.2. So let's see whether we have any updates here. So last check 24 minutes ago, so there is no updates. About software, update preference, you can change your preference here. Software repositories, here are all the installed applications. I didn't install anything here. It came all from the Debian, which is pre-installed. So you can customize your software and updates here. Developer options, authentication, you all know how to do that. So you can explore here. Just try the Brave browser. No application found. VLC. Debian new Linux. Let's close this thing. I pretty much covered everything, I guess. So let's check so these are all the things running in the background. So let's close it. So at the end of the video, the memory is almost like a 2.1 GB and CPU is almost like under 30%. Here are all the processes running right now. So I'm going to give some of the information in the description if I found, and I think that's the end of the video. So I'll be making another video for the tomorrow. So I already made EndoOS video which is released a few hours ago. So if you want to check that out, you can check that out on your own. So I think that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Let's go with the logout screen. Let me try the logout screen and see. So here is the logout screen. Cinnamon software rendering. So these are all the same things. So let me end it here. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up button. I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Peace out.